lords and ladies of Lolita Land. My name is Mint and welcome to Cooking with Mint. Today we will be making the classic cucumber sandwich. This is going to be my version of a classic cucumber sandwich. The first thing, of course, for the cucumber sandwich is the cucumber, and I am using an English cucumber. They are smaller and more dense, so they have a really nice crunch factor without too much water. The seeds are very tiny and they won't get in the way of the sandwich. Their skin on the outside is very thin, so you don't have to grate them. I am taking a paper towel and lightly pressing them, just getting a bit of the excess water off. Next is the bread. Now, traditional cucumber sandwiches use white bread, but I like using sourdough. And this bread is frozen. That helps the sandwich keep moist, especially if you're serving it for a party and you want to make it a little ahead of time. You can always freeze your bread, take it out of the freezer, make the sandwiches, and then put them in your refrigerator covered in plastic wrap. It'll keep them nice and moist. I am now spreading cream cheese with chives over both of the slices of bread. The traditional cucumber sandwich would use butter, but today we have a lot of different spread options. I find that using cream cheese makes the sandwich heartier and gives it a bit more taste. Next, I am sprinkling a bit of pepper, black pepper of course, and salt over the top, which will help give the cucumbers a bit of a taste. And then add more cream cheese on top. You want to get a serrated bread knife and you want to trim the ends. You don't want to press down on them firmly. You really want to do a sawing motion. Now, the ends, don't waste those ends. I tend to eat them while I'm making the sandwiches, kind of like my snack before the main meal. Traditional cucumber sandwiches would be cut into rectangles, but you can cut them into any shape you want. So I went with a triangle, the long cousin of the square. Okay, so we're gonna make one more. It's gonna be done the exact same way. You spread a generous amount of cream cheese and chives. If you can't find cream cheese and chive already in your store, pre-made, you can make it just by getting regular cream cheese and buying chives and chopping them finely and then mixing them together. You definitely want them to sit overnight so that the chives can really introduce their flavor into the cream cheese. Gotta get the last of that cream cheese. That stuff is good. So altogether, I really like using the sourdough and the cream cheese with chives, and then adding salt and pepper to my cucumber, which is the English cucumber, because I feel like it makes a heartier sandwich. And when you have a bunch of girls drinking tea and eating little tiny cakes and cookies, you definitely don't want them to leave your house hungry. So that's why I like to go with these items from when I make my cucumber sandwich. Depending on how many guests I have, I tend to make 1.5 sandwiches per guest, and they always disappear. When I have 6 guests, I tend to make 9 sandwiches. And there you have it. Thank you all for joining me today on Cooking with Mint. I hope you subscribe and tap the bell. We post a new video every Wednesday. You can support us by checking out our size-inclusive J Fashion shop, our budget-friendly Etsy shop. Keep up to date with us on Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also become a patron and send physical items to our P.O. Box to be featured on OP Opening Packages. So long, lords and ladies.